everybody, welcome back to Meals with Marsha. Today I want to share with you how to make a crock pot meatloaf. I'm excited to show you this, so let's get started. The first thing you need is you need 1.5 pounds of ground chuck. That is 80/20. I've just put it in a bowl. And I have several things that go into this. This is my classic meatloaf recipe, okay guys? I'm just going to cook it in a crock pot. I have been doing a lot more crock pot meals. I'm part of a crock pot group, like on Facebook and different stuff. And a lot of people like that because everybody's busy and everybody works all day. And they just want to come home to a home-cooked meal. They get tired of going out to drive-thrus and all that stuff. So this is something that you can put together like the night before, and then you can transfer it to your crock pot that morning, turn it on, let it cook. And I have a digital crock pot. I wanted to share that with you real quick. And it's programmable, and you cook it on low or high for 2, 4, 6, 8, or 10 hours. And then once it's finished, it automatically goes to the warm mode and it keeps it warm. So like say you have a long shift at work and you want to eat when, you want something good to eat when you come home. Well, if you have this kind of crock pot, you can set it to cook that morning for however many hours, and then it's just going to keep it warm. So that's what we're doing today. I'm working this afternoon, and I want to have meatloaf for my family. And I always do this for the doctor I work for, Dr. Rahman, for his birthday. I always cook crock pot meatloaf for him. Turns out so moist and delicious. It's amazing, and I think everybody's going to like it. All right, so here we go. We got our 1.5 pounds of ground chuck, 80/20. Now, I would not recommend like the 93/7 for this because you need a little bit of liquid, but you also don't want the 73/27 because you don't want all that grease. So, and I'll show you all about that. But anyway, so here we go. I'm going to keep referring back to my recipe because this is something I don't cook every single day. We usually have meatloaf about once a month. My son likes it and my husband likes it. My daughter does not like it, which she doesn't live here anymore, so that's fine. But we do like this with mashed potatoes. All right, so I've got 1/2 of an onion and 1/2 of a red bell pepper right here that I have sweated out. I just put it in the skillet with a little bit of olive oil, and I sweat it out, and so that's that. I'm going to add that to my ground beef. All right, and then we need 2 eggs. And I got these in a little bowl here. Crack them. These are little medium-sized eggs. Somebody gave me a dozen of these. They found them on sale for 50 cents a dozen, and they gave them to me, and I thought, well, they'll bake. Even though they're smaller, I'll still use them. Now, you could use 1 large egg for this amount, or you can use 2 medium eggs. And if you want a little bit more egg, that's fine. You can use 2 large, either way. Just need something to kind of bind it. I'm going to just beat that up a little bit. I'm going to put that in. Okay. Then we need some evaporated milk. Now, I'm going to take my little can opener and I'm going to poke holes in the top. This is how I do my evaporated milk. And you can just set it in the refrigerator and use it when you need it. Let's see. We need, oh, I should have put my glasses on today. 2 tablespoons of evaporated milk. 1, 2. Okay. And I made a mess. All right. And then we need a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire sauce. Everybody calls it something different. It's a big, huge debate of how you pronounce it, but it does make things good. All right. And then we need some ketchup. And I always do 1/2 cup. Now this is not, this is pretty precise, I guess I should say. Some people like things a little bit more, a little bit less. You do you. You do what works for you, okay, on this. All right, I'm going to put that in there. And then I always put oats in mine. I do not do crackers. I used to, but I found that oats are the best. This is 3/4 a cup. I'm going to put that in there, and I'm going to push it around and with my hands and see how it feels. I might have to add some more. Then I'm going to do some pepper, some just regular salt, good amount, garlic. I'd say about 1/4 teaspoon of garlic. And then I'm going to do some seasoned salt, and that'd be about 1/4 teaspoon of that. So let's see here. This one's not won't come out as good. All right. And I'm gonna get in here with my hands, guys, and I'm gonna mix this up. I probably need to take my ring off. I should have done that before we got started, but. So I'm just gonna mix this together. My hands are clean. And like I've said before, I'm cooking for my family. It's just us, and they're okay with me using my hands. Okay, I can tell by the way this feels that it's not coming together enough, so I'm gonna have to do a little bit more oats in it. So probably about another 1/4 a cup. Let me see if I can get this off my hands a minute. I got a paper towel here, maybe enough to, there you go, about 1/4 a cup. So I'll do about that much more. Okay. All right, let's try that. Oh yeah. That's gonna stiffen it right up the way we need it. And if you have other, you know, things that you would like to add, like other seasonings, you go right ahead. But you know, salt, pepper, garlic, those are about staples in our household. Sometimes I use onion powder, but I didn't today because I have sauteed onions and peppers in there, and that's gonna give a lot of flavor. All right, let me go wash my hands real quick, and I'll be back, okay? Alrighty. Alright, now we're going to get our crock pot over here, and we're going to get started on that part. And move my rings. I should have took them off like I said before I started this. Okay. Now you're going to line your crock pot with heavy duty foil, okay? You're going to take it and you're going to make long strips because you want it to be able to stick out. But you want to be able to pull that meatloaf out when it's ready. So you're going to kind of do that and just push them to the side a little bit. Just like that, okay? And then I'm going to spray some cooking spray in there. I don't think it's going to stick, but just, you know, for good measure. You grab that. Okay. Now we got to get this up there and get it started. I'm just going to gather it up, and I'm going to put it in here, and I'm just going to kind of shape it when I get it down in there. Well, it kind of just done its own thing. That's pretty cool. Just shape it. I always say shape it into a football. Make sure you don't put it up against the walls because you want it to be able to have that grease to drain out around the edges. That's what it's looking like so far, guys. If you can see, there's like a little football in there. All right, let me get my ketchup, and I always like to squirt a little bit of ketchup on the top. Some people do like a brown sugar mixture on top of their meatloaf. My family don't care for that, so I just do a little ketchup. Okay, let me see if I can get it over here for you. And that's what she looks like, guys, right there. Now, I'm just going to turn this full, just like this, because this is really just for pulling out purposes, okay? I'm going to put that right like that. I'm going to put the lid on, and I'm going to cook this thing on low for 4 hours. I'm not going to clip my clamps in. I'm just going to leave them open, but I'm just sticking them on there. I'm going to cook this on low for 4 hours. I'm going to go to work, and then tonight when I come back before we eat, I'm going to take it out and I'm going to show you guys what it looks like, and we'll taste it together. I'll be right back. Hey everybody, welcome back. Okay, I have cooked my Crockpot meatloaf for 6 hours on low, and then like I said, I have a digital one, so it turned to warm. I got off work today, so I'm ready to take this out and show you what it looks like. Ooh, it's steamy. Okay. Now, I'm going to pick it up like this, and then I'm going to turn the edge of it because I want to get all of that grease off. Okay? And that's going to hold it for me so I can drain the grease off. And then I'm going to just roll it down like this. It's kind of opened up a little bit, which is fine. But there it is, guys. Crock-pot meatloaf. Now, if I had did a bigger meatloaf, it wouldn't have probably split open like that because it'd been a little bit tighter in there. But this will be delicious, guys. My husband will love this. We're going to have it for supper tonight. And we are going to have mashed potatoes with it. And I also put it in a pineapple casserole. That's one of my favorite things to eat. It's kind of sweet, salty, and savory at the same time. But anyway, we're going to do this. And I'm thankful that you're watching. And guys, if you enjoy this, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Meals with Marsha. And don't forget that everything you're going to need and how to make this is going to be in the description. Once again, thanks so much for watching. God bless. And I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.